Hi guys, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat and welcome to the Premier League Prediction Show. Yes, Vic is here, Vern's not here, but I thought, we'll just leave his box there and we'll just put a picture of him there, man. This way he's quiet, doesn't say anything. It's the best thing ever. It's the best show ever. There we go. Yeah, it's the Premier League Prediction Show. Vern did send his predictions out and we'll have a look what happened last week. But we'll be covering up his face very soon. Don't you guys worry about it. First of all, Mary Queen of Scots, thank you for the becoming a member there. Becomes a bronze member. Fantastic. And Peter, my man there from, I think that's from Swakopmund or from Windhoek. With a super sticker there, thanks a lot. Nadine's in the house. Sean Wrench from Manchester, 5 in a row. Yes, baby, we're looking forward to that tonight. Stephen the Guru, that's the man from Botswana. Michael from Las Vegas is in there. Hill from Australia. Hobart, that's actually Tasmania. No problem, Monas. You sent me those pics. You did quite well this week, Monas. You did well. There you go. But let's have a look. NA's in the house. Yeah, there you go, man. Everybody's in the house because I know Vern's not here today. There you go. Guys, if you want to get hold of us, that's the email. If you want to, hey, NA, you should be joining the tips, man. Send us an email with all the tips of the Premier League. You can win things on this channel, man. You can win things on this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Let me put it out there. Let's just we'll cover. Now, why are we covering me? That's not a good idea. No, I didn't want to cover me. But we're going to change that. We're gonna put it over there. We're gonna cover Vern. You can't cover me. There you go. We cover Vern. That's better. There you go. Hi Eddie. Cool to see you guys. And listen here. This is how it works, right? Those were last week's results from the weekend. If you get the tip perfectly right, let's say you did say Leeds United won 3-1 against Nottingham Forest, you get 3 points. If you said Leeds United was going to win 2-1 and they win 3-1, you get 1 point. If you get 15 points on a weekend, you get chocolates Swiss chocolates sent to you, a Vic and Vern Sports t-shirt, some goodies in there. So join it, man. Just gotta use the email that I just put at the bottom there before. I'll leave it there for a second, the email. Use that email, send us an email with all the tips of the games. I'll show you how it's done. For example, this is how Mona sends his tips. There you go. That is the best way to send it. The young man does it very well. You send your tips, man. How's it, Paul Terry? Yeah, we're talking about that in a second. There you go. But let's start off. We'll keep Vern's picture up there for a second. Because Vern's on... now I got to take the email away, you see. Vern is on 136 points. I'll show yours. Don't worry, we're getting to it. Don't worry. You did well this weekend. Not. There you go. Vern's on 136 points, trying to catch me. I'm on 164 points. Anybody out there got a Hubble telescope extra? Give it to Vern, otherwise he can't see where I am, man. Yes, you can win stuff. Always. Write it. I'll put the email up later again. So at the moment, that's the point standings, okay? Then, the black book. I've got to get the black book out, man, because there's where everything stands. So, let's have a look at the results from this week. All right, so... Leeds United beat Nottingham Forest 3-1. Good result for Leeds United. It's actually put Nottingham Forest in the relegation battle, I think. I went 1-1. Vern went 2-1. So, Vern did win that. He got a point there. Then United against Spurs. That was 2-0. I went 3-1. He went 2-1. Nothing. I don't know anything about fly on the wall. What do you know about Michelangelos Karistotovic? Nothing. I'll be honest. I'll get into all the chats afterwards. So Man United beat Tottenham 2-0. I went 3-1. Vern went 2-1. Each got a point there. Arsenal beating Sunderland 3-0. Vern got 3 points there. I got 1 point. He had a 3-0. Good for him. Bournemouth and Aston Villa, they drew 1-1. 3 points for the big Wixter there. Vern got nothing. Bournemouth, what is that? Burnley against West Ham. I went 2-1. Vern went 1-1, so I got a point there. Vern's not doing well, man. Michael Carrick, doing well, man. Okay, yes. There you go. I'm slow today. I've been on air for a long time, man. Then Fulham losing to Everton 2-1. Let's see who... we both got that wrong. We both went for a Fulham win. Chelsea beating Wolverhampton 3-1. We both went with a win for Chelsea, but we didn't get the correct, so each gets a point. Newcastle lost to Brentford. That's a big loss. No points for us there. No points for us with Brighton and Crystal Palace either. And no points for us for Liverpool and City. But let's talk about those games quickly. Great up and coming manager. United should look into appointing Michelangelos Carrick. Yes, I think so too. Carrick's at the wheel, man. But let's start at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. I did that game live, Manchester City against Liverpool. The whole world is up in roar. They should have counted the goal and stuff like that. I'm going to give you a reason why they shouldn't have counted the goal, and then you tell me if you on my opinion. Look, Haaland's goes on his own to the goal, right? Sloboslai or Damaslai or whatever you want to call him these days pulls him back. So that would have been a red card and a free kick because it was outside the box. But the ref played advantage. Had the ball gone in and Haaland didn't pull Szoboszlai back afterwards, then the advantage should have played. There wouldn't have been a card. The goal would have stood. But because Haaland then fouls, the ref has to come back to the first foul. That's the law. Got to give a red card. I think the correct decision was made. Now, if you're the next team, let's have a look just quickly. Take last week's results away. Just look what's coming up this week. Who is playing Liverpool? Sunderland. Okay. All right. So Liverpool's playing Sunderland. Okay. If you're Sunderland, you're glad that it's good for you that Szoboszlai is missing the game with the red card. Let's be honest. That's the right decision. You can't make up the rules. You've got to stick to the rules. Football, there's no interpretation. Yes, if it was the last game of the season and it didn't mean anything, the ref could have said, yeah, bugger it. Goal counts, no red card. But the letter of the law says that is a red card because Haaland made a foul as well. So you've got to give it there because the next team that plays Liverpool, you don't send Szoboszlai off. He goes and scores a hat-trick against Sunderland. Sunderland lose 3-2. Sunderland saying, yeah, but he shouldn't be playing against us. He should have had a red card. So, things like that happen. But a good win for the whole Premier League, actually, that City beat Liverpool. Otherwise, the title race might have been over. So it's back to 6 points. I mean, I heard something ridiculous. Martin Keown, the Arsenal dumbass, saying it's better for us only to be up by 6 points because that keeps us sharp. It's like saying, I'd rather only earn $6,000 than $9,000. It keeps me sharp in my job. Fucking idiot. There you go. Look, what other results? Newcastle in trouble. Eddie Howe is in trouble. They got Spurs tonight. If they lose to Spurs tonight, whoever loses that game is getting sacked, I think. If Spurs lose, they're sacking Thomas Frank. I'm calling it the sack derby tonight, baby. Whoever loses that is getting the sack. Ronnie in the house. Hi, Mom. Then you go. That was a good and important game. How do it work? How does it? I'll tell you how it works. Don't worry. I'll tell you how that tips works in a second. No problem. So, United obviously beating Tottenham. Stupid red card by Christian Romero. I mean, he's such a dumbass. If I was the manager, I'd fine him a month's wages for that stupid foul. Arsenal totally demolished Sunderland. Good game from Arsenal. Arsenal looking strong. Can't see any weaknesses. The only good thing is Arsenal plays on Thursday. City play on Wednesday. If City win, they'll keep the gap to 3 points. A little bit of pressure there on Arsenal. See if they can handle the pressure. Good point for Burnley against Aston Villa. Aston Villa is falling like a stone. West Ham, good win there. Aston Villa was Bournemouth. Burnley, a good win there. Loss against West Ham. Good win for West Ham. Because they needed those 3 points because they're not getting any points tonight. We know that. I was impressed with Everton. I didn't think Everton could go to Fulham and win. Chelsea also on a winning streak, the same as United. So stuff is looking good, man. But that was this week's result. So what did I score this week? Well, let me go. Well, we'll start off with Vern. Vern made 6 points, gets into 142 with the red arrows. There you go. And I scored 7 points. I seem to beat him every week. I don't want to rub it in. But the man needs a telescope to see how far I'm ahead of him. 142 to 170. It's almost 30 points. It's becoming embarrassing, man. I'm embarrassed myself that I'm so far ahead. That's the problem. So that's what we got this week. Let's have a look at the tables quickly before we get into next week and show some of the new guys how to be in the top in the tips. So Arsenal up by 6 against Manchester City. 56 points for Arsenal, 50 for Man City. Aston Villa on 47, United on 44. If we win tonight, I think we catch Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa will not finish in the top 5. I think United will come 3rd. Chelsea will come 4th. Liverpool will come 5th. And I think Aston Villa will drop out. I just have a funny feeling that it's a tough season for them. Oof. Oh my God, you sound like fucking Jan Ray. We've been doing this for 20 weeks. It's the first week you've got a point more than everybody else. For 20 weeks, you've been cuck. Now you come. But like I said, even the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then. But that's the table looking good. Let's have a look at the bottom table. Look, Wolverhampton's down. Burnley's down. It's not changing anymore. I don't care what runs they're going on. West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and Tottenham. For me, that is, out of those 4, one is going to get relegated. Tottenham have got to be careful. They lose tonight against Newcastle, and they are in a relegation battle. There we go. But that's this week's stuff. Let's see what the boys did last week. Okay, so let's have a look at Lawrence. Lawrence had a good tip week this week. He scored 8 points. So he actually won the tip race this weekend. So let's have a look at that. Then that was Lawrence. Paul, the Arsenal supporter. Just terrible tipping. 4 points only for Paul. And the youngster, Marnus, the 16-year-old, he got 7 points. So good stuff to him. Now, for those guys that are new, let's have a look how this works. Guys, look. Go into your newspaper or use us here. You got to tip all those games. I need the result of every game. How should it look? Don't do it like Lawrence and Paul. Do it like Marnus. That's what I'd like. An email with exactly something like that. That's what you do. You send your email to vicandvernsportschat@gmail.com, and there you go. Then you can take part. Everybody, it doesn't matter if you've been here from the beginning or from the end, because it's just me and Vern that are accumulating points. You guys have the chance every week to win something. So do join this race. You got to score 15 points. It's been done once, funny enough, by my wife, who knows fuck all about football. She got 16 points. That's the record. She got 16 points. She did it once. She did 16 points. She stopped. So let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Now, before we go on, let's check. I'm going to take off the scores here from me and Vern so I can put the email up so you guys can get the email out there. There's the email you got to write your tips to. Let's have a look at the chat. Paul Terry says, to be frank, both managers are living on the edge. Don't know how high will survive it. Look, I think both managers are gone at the end of the season. Because, but I think one of them could go tonight. If they lose tonight, I will update you on that during the Man United West Ham game. West Ham needs to win to get out of the relegation. West Ham's not winning. Fucking hell, stop being a dumbass all the time. West Ham's not winning tonight. We're going to thrash them. Paddy's in the house. I did send my tips. Did you? Yeah, I got your tips for this week. I got them. Put them out already. They're ready. They got them. No worry. No worry. So let's have a look at this week's tips. This is important. Here we go. So Vern did send his tips. Chelsea against Leeds. I'm going with a 2-1 for Chelsea, and Vern's going for a 3-0 for Chelsea. Okay. Then Everton against Bournemouth. I'm going 1-0. Vern's going 2-1 for Bournemouth. So we both for Everton. So we're both going for Everton. Spurs against Newcastle. I want a draw. That'll put them both into chaos. So I'm going 1-1. Vern's saying Spurs is going to win 2-1. Then, of course, West Ham United against Manchester United. Vern's gone with a 1-2. I've gone with a 1-3. Both of us tipping a win for Manchester United. Aston Villa against Brighton. I think Aston Villa will only draw that game. I've gone for a 1-1. Vern's gone for a 2-1 Villa win. Crystal Palace against Burnley. Jeez, I could have written Burnley correctly. It's not Burnley. I'll correct that later. I think Crystal Palace will win. I'm going 2-1. Vern's going 2-0. Man City against Fulham. I've gone 2-0. Vern's gone 3-0 for City. Look, City's just got to keep pace with Arsenal now. Win, put the pressure on. Nottingham Forest against Wolves. Another manager that could be sacked if he doesn't beat Wolverhampton. Telling you that now. Wow, why have I got that? Boer? Yeah. My spelling's terrible today. I've been so tired. Don't you worry. But you know what? No. I'll open up here quickly. There you go. I'll change it for you guys while I'm online. Don't worry. Then what else we got? check it out quickly. Then we've got Sunderland against Liverpool. I can't see Liverpool winning this. They don't have a right back anymore. I'm going 1-1 here. Vern's going 2-1 for Liverpool because he's a Liverpool supporter in disguise. And last but not least, Brentford against Arsenal. I think Arsenal drop points against Brentford. I like Brentford. I'm going 1-1. Vern's going 2-1 for Arsenal. For me, it's more I'm hoping they drop points. Just to make, I want the Premier League to be exciting, man. I want the Premier League to be exciting. So, just to do some stuff properly, I'm gonna put it out there because Paul has told me about it. There you go. There you go. What's that? Week 26. So this is when you can do stuff online correctly. So you guys put out your tips for that. Where we go? Oh, there. And how should I write it? Oh, there you go. There you go. So is that right? Have a feeling Buddy isn't getting his haircut tonight. No. He's got to have his haircut, baby. He's got to have his haircut. But I know what you mean. No, I think we win tonight. And I tell you now, I can see the Man United board coming out. There you go. Burnley's also spelled correctly now. I fixed El Problemo, baby. Listen here. I want United to win tonight because I'm a United fan. I think Carrick wins 5 in a row tonight. I think they will announce that he's the manager for next season. West Ham fans are so stupid. You had David Moyes. He won you a trophy. Look what he's doing with Everton. Everton's going to get into Europe this year. You should have never let David Moyes go, man. Never. But I'm looking forward to the Spurs-Newcastle game as well. I'm calling that the sack derby or the sack race. I think who loses that is getting sacked. That's why I'm going for 1-1. Spurs is losing tonight. They don't have... Maybe that's a good thing that they don't have their Capitano. Because he's a dumbass, Romero. I mean, he's just out of control, man. I think, would I like Newcastle to fall further down? Yes, and you know why? Because I want Sandro Tonali to come to United. I think he'd be the perfect replacement for Casemiro if we don't get Casemiro to sign for another season. City play tomorrow night against Fulham. City can win that one. 3 points the difference, puts a little bit of pressure on Arsenal. But guys, put out your tips. I'm going to say it once again. That's all the games you have to tip. I need your scores. It has to look like Marnus's. I'll put that out one more time because Marnus does it perfectly. That's how it looks. Send me an email. The email's at the bottom with your tips, and you can be part of the competition. You can win t-shirt. You can win a hoodie. You can win a few things here. We do have another competition, and that's for members only. So become a member. And go check out our members only segment where you can see members only video. There you can win more prizes. We have a first, a second, and a third prize. There you go. But that's just me plugging stuff. That is just me plugging stuff. There you go this evening, baby. It is live at 9 o'clock. Premier League action. West Ham United against Manchester United. Can we get 5 in a row? Romero doesn't need to worry about Spurs getting relegated. Apparently Dana White has offered him a... There you go. Go. Hey, I saw Jake Paul is in Italy with his girlfriend there at the speed skating. Send him over there so that him and Jake Paul can have a fight. Yeah, and please, you got to send your tips before 9 o'clock this evening. I'm only taking males that get... No, sorry, there's earlier games. Before 7 o'clock Central European time. So you've got about 2 hours time. If I don't get your tips in the next 2 hours, they are null and void. They don't count, okay? Thanks for everybody being in. Thanks for having the show. Let's take that away so we can see. He's too young to fight Jake Paul. Yeah, that's true. I would beat Jake Paul, man. Vern was supposed to be here, but he'll be back this evening for the Manchester United game against West Ham. You guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I don't want to ramble on too long, 19 minutes, way too long already. Be safe, be happy, and enjoy the football this evening. And don't forget, you can also join me for the Olympic update show. That'll come out at 12 o'clock tonight. Guys, have a great one. Thanks for signing in. Ciao, ciao.